said I was going to do some house updates. I've just got back, literally just got back, opened the door, put Mike in. So let me show you what we've done. We've painted the front of the house there. You can see the black's been done, the white's been done, and the only difference is now is that where the black around the door was, it was white before, and we've painted the door white. So it's looking pretty neat now, and we've still got the side to do. What else have I done? I've done all the pointing work in between the stonework there and on the front there. There's a few stones missing there and around the corner, which I've got to do. And then I've literally just got the side of the garage to do. I've got to point that up. I've got to ask the neighbour for permission to get here. And you can see that's what it looks like when it's not pointed up. So there's that to do, the roof, the guttering, and finish the swimming pool off. And that's about it, really. So we've done some more work, a little bit more work on the garden. Alice has done this, but she loves the gardening. Just close so she's done this. Look, this is one side. She's got the other side to do yet there. One's doing pretty bad. So let's go inside. I know many of you have seen inside, but many of you haven't. And I'll do this while it's light. So we just... If you go back and look, maybe 18 months ago, you can see when I bought this place and what it was like. And we just entirely gutted it, totally gutted it. And this is the bathroom that I've done myself. I've done surrounds around the bath. I built that pedestal there and did the tiling here. So this is the bathroom. They're quite big. And then we'll go into the kitchen next. We'll show you the kitchen. We just pulled the old kitchen out, and we put an entirely new kitchen in, and it's still not done in place. We're having a new window there tomorrow because it doesn't open. The hinges are broken. It's really an old window. So this is the kitchen. All the units and everything, all decorated. Every room has been decorated. This is the hallway. Come on, Mikey, come out. And I might be better off showing you from the other end. You used to have square doors here before, and every one of them was cracked from the corners. They were cracked up the wall because he put small lintels in across the top. So apart from pulling down the old wall and starting again, this is the only thing I could do. I built arches, and I built them myself, and I put the bricks around, and I made the doors myself, because when I got a quote on doors, they were €500 each, and I did these for, let me just turn some light on there, that's so you can see it better now, and I did these complete. That's with the hinges, the wood and the studs here. Look, I've got studs on them, three sets of studs, 1, 2, 3, and then the inside looks like this, and then we've got the handles, latch and lever handles, old-fashioned style to give you that old-fashioned look. And I did all the woodwork down the hallway, the woodwork, because I've got this old armour. It's original armour from the English Civil War, this here and that there, and another helmet down there, and this arm guard here. I've got a big interest, as well as John F. Kennedy, I've got an interest in the English Civil War too. So I did all this woodwork, painted it all, stuccoed it all. We had new central heating entirely. Every radiator you see is brand new, and all the heating pipes went down there, so I had to rip up 2 tiles about a foot deep, lay all the pipe work and put all them back again. And then here's the toilet. I did the toilet to match the bathroom, so everything's new, all decorated. So there's the toilet. Then we've got a guest room here, quite a big guest room. The wardrobe's fallen to pieces because I had 2 idiots here that ruined it. And that were brand new when I bought it, €500. I've got to throw it away now and buy another one, because the idiots have ruined it. But that's the guest room. Anybody who wants to, or who will stay, let's turn that light off. This is our bedroom. Bear in mind everything's been decorated entirely, so that's our bedroom. Big wardrobe there for Alice. New floor down. Okay, Okay, light off. That's the door to the cellar, which I'll take you down. And this is the main room, which we haven't done a lot to. This panelling was all down there, and I ripped it all off, and I found that all these cracked doorways. There were square doorways before, and every one of them were cracked in the corner because the lintel he put on is, how can I say, if the door opening was 2'6", then the lintel was 2'6.5" maximum. So that's why they were cracking above. So, but arches are quite strong, so I did the arches, and there's been no movement since we've done it anyway. So we left this, we quite liked it. It's got beams, but we did decorate everything, the ceiling and so on. And we've had a new wood stove in there. We've got this little area here for dining. And then I don't know whether to take you onto the veranda first. So I'll take you onto the veranda first. So when we came here, nearly all the glasses were broke in these things here. I had to we tiled all the floor here because it was all going rotten. It had concrete slabs on, and it was just leaking straight through and leaking underneath. All the handrails were absolutely rotten. I've had to reno all the handrails, so I've done them myself. I've done the floor myself, and this veranda is done now. And if you go here, you can go down the stairs and into the garden here, which I'll take you to in a bit. So I've had to put all new gutter in here. There's another veranda up there and another veranda here. Now, he never had any guttering on before. It just used to run over, so God knows, just crazy, this guy. I've had to put a fascia board on. You see a fascia board on there and a fascia board on there, and all new guttering. I've let it run onto here, and then it should run into this guttering, and then there's a barrel down there which it runs into. So that's one veranda. And let's go upstairs now. I'll show you upstairs. Okay, the stairs all the way here and all the way down and down to the bottom. They had these horrible handrails, and he really made a mess of them. This is one. I left this one here because it's pretty high, but I changed the colour, and I changed the bolts in it because the bolt end was sticking out here, and you used to catch your clothes on it and rip your clothes. So I turned the bolt so the head was this way, and then it was buried inside there, so you can't catch it on this side. So here's the upstairs. We put a new floor down here. It had tiles down, the same as them tiles there. That was done, but there were nothing in between. No grouting, so I've had to grout every tile. We put a new floor down. We furnished up here. We use this like a dining room, and it's got the two verandas, one from downstairs which you saw, which was this one. So we have a couple of chairs here and a couple of tables, so if you want to sit and have a beer. And that's the view out over there. Then there's a swimming pool down there which we're working on. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we painted all here, and I had to box that in there because it was horrible the way he left it. This glass was in. No glass was replaced here. It was not broken, but this door was not functioning properly. We've had to do that. Here's the big veranda. This is quite big. You can see it's covered in up to there. It's only the last metre or less than a metre that's not covered over by the roof. So new handrails here, new tiles on the floor again, and tiles on the floor that side, and pointing everywhere. So there's room for barbecues up here, room to sit here. It's quite nice in the summer, looking out over the fields. So, and this is quite a big, huge room. You can have big parties here. There's plenty of room, and I mean plenty of room. It must be 25 foot, 26 foot to the other end there, maybe 28 foot, and then it goes down there. Then there's two bedrooms here, so two downstairs, and if I needed to, I could sleep somebody on that one. Because that breaks down into like a double bed. Then there's this room which has been done now. This is finished. We'll put a double bed in here, double mattress, so we can sleep plenty of people. And again, new floor and all decorated. And here's Jessie's room. This is Jessica's room. here, and I'm going to get her, well that's like a double bed, I'm going to get her a new one, and this is her room here. All these had to be taken off and redone again, all the frames, because he didn't put any door frames on. The doors didn't close, lock or anything. I've had to use salvage wood where I can and put door surrounds because there was never any before. Everything has been painted, like I said, so let's go downstairs now. Right, so, and then this is like a glass wall. It's quite nice because the sun sets over there and it's quite light here. This was not tiled, this wall. I've tiled all this wall and around the arch there, and I've done all the grouting again, and on every tile. This was not tiled, I've tiled that in. I've done this, painted all this, and I did it that colour to match the floor tiles really. So this was all grouted. That's a new radiator there. We changed all this around because the radiator was nearly the full length of the wall, the old one. So we just needed a single one there, and it's enough. And you can see down here the tiling carries on. Right, okay, so this is where I do all my work here. So I've turned this into my work area. Lights on. Okay, so this is my storeroom for OMS, that means Ocean Management Systems. It's diving equipment, and this is my stock and my storeroom where I sell stuff from. There's a sauna here which I will turn into a sauna again, but for now it's a storeroom. So the sauna's down there in that corner, but it's a storeroom for now. And here, I put a new floor in there because the floor was about 3 foot down. But I've just made this here for all my tools because I have a lot of tools. I need a lot of tools because I do almost anything. Lights off. This is more stuff we've got stacked away under the stairs, and there's my workshop. This is where I do all my work. Again, all the tiles and everything. Okay, this was a complete mess when I moved in here. There was a double door there and a double door there, so I didn't see the need for 2 double doors, so I took one out. I built the wall up and I put this window in. So I've got a window in there now to give me plenty of light because I work here, and this is where I do dry suit repairs, putting a new zip in this suit, and here's the zip all glued up ready and waiting to go in tomorrow. There's 3 suits there that are finished, boots, neck seals, arm seals, suits there which you sell. All this tiling was done, but it wasn't grouted, so I've had to do all the grouting and everything. Put that up there as a stand, and I pointed all the stonework again. There was no cement work done between the stones. I ended up taking this out and just taking one of the doors out and just putting a blank window in there. Okay, so this is what else I've been doing. I've tidied all this up here because in a week or two I'm not going to do this myself because it's cost me as much to get the materials just for somebody to buy the materials and do it. So we're going to let them do it. Spent a few grand, and this will be covered over, this pool. When it's covered over, then I'll get inside and repair it because it's all cracked. It's fiberglass, but around the edges are cracked, and there's a few bits down there on the sides where they've got holes and it wants repairing like here. When it's repaired, we'll buy a pump and a filter and bingo, and we'll start doing dive training here and stuff. So this is what I've done recently again. I've done all this crazy paving work here to make this part entirely walkable or usable. We might have a shower there because in the summer might want to come out and shower or whatever, so might put an outside shower for summer use. So I've done all this, and I've used this part as like a little greenhouse type affair, and I paved all this area in, so if I want to cut wood and stuff or work on this bench, I've got a little area to work. We've got to do this guttering. This is the only way I can get this guttering to drain away without making a mess of everything, because when it drips down it just makes a mess like that one does there. Look at this. This guy was a complete idiot. This is not my work. He's put guttering up there and it just runs down, and he's put a soil pipe on the end, of all things. A soil pipe, you know, that's for the shit house. And that's the type of work he does, or did. And I've pointed all this. This is totally pointed now. And all this is pointed. All around the window and around this frame has been pointed now, and underneath. That's all ready, and that'll be covered up to there, so you won't see that horrible line. And that'll be inside. We've done the garden. I did these paths. I put these paths down, and I used all these stones was already here. A lot of these stones were on that veranda there, so I just saved them all, cleaned them up, and I've used them for pathwork like this and like this one. You know, so they're useful. I built this bench, and Alice has put all this chip-ins there, wood chip-ins, and there's a bench I built, and we grassed this part. Here's the garden. That garden's coming on quite nice now, but I had a hell of a job keeping the weeds under control last year, so I put these sheets down to keep the weeds down. I just made holes in where I put planted stuff, and it's a lot easier to keep under control now. I got potatoes there, radish, carrots, onions. What the hell, I'm forgetting English. Spring onions, them. Beans, other onions, regular type onions here. Peas down there. Strawberries here, look, they're coming on nicely. And other stuff I've got in that little greenhouse thing to plant cabbage and cucumbers and peppers and all sorts of stuff. But I've got a mole, and I've been trying to catch this mole for months, but can I ella's like catch him? I think he's had a university education, because he's cleverer than me. He really is. I can't catch the bloody thing. I've tried everything. I don't know what to do. So if you've got any suggestions on how to get rid of moles, please tell me. Okay, so here's the next path, which we did, and completed this. This is done now. This barbecue area, and it's covered in, and it don't leak anymore. That plastic came off there, but we've painted all this now, and painted that. I put this column in here because there was nothing holding this up, so I put this column in, and I built this wall here, and I had stone clad it to match everything else. I stone clad that thing there, that flue, stone clad this. I've got to finish that off, and there's the barbecue. That's the side of the house which still wants decorating. This is all decorated now, and that's it. This is our place. So if you get an invite, you should be fairly comfortable. Anyway, so that's it from here. All that's been painted. This wants painting yet, this part. That's got to be painted yet, but this has been painted. You can see the difference in colour. And then finally, this side's been painted too. This side here has been painted, and then what I did was this. I filled this in here because there were just holes, and all sorts of animals could get up and down there, and spiders and stuff. So I filled it, and it just wants painting. So guttering to do, roof to do, pool to finish, bingo. And hopefully that might be this year, the pool. So that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour round. I probably will be inviting some of you, but it's not going to be for a while, because I want to get finished. And now you know why I've not had too much time for metal detecting. So I'm still going to be busy, still got a lot to do. The garage roof, which is that roof protruding there, is an absolute shambles. If anybody treads on that roof, they're going to fall through, because the wood is absolutely rotten, because the guy did the roof wrong, and it's been leaking ever since he did it. Anyway, that's it, all updated. So now you've seen the lot. If you want to see what it looked like before, go back and look for a video. I think it's called Possibly Our New Home, and it's way back there, about 18 months ago. So that's it.